Hi YouTube. Today we're watching most controversial reality show ever created. And this was by Visual Venture. And today I'm here with my friend Echo, and she's gonna tell a knock knock joke. I am muted, she cannot hear me. So I'm gonna unmute myself. Hi.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Scary.
Oh,
Are you gonna do an intro?
I didn't. I said quiet that whole time.
Oh, okay. Well, you want to tell your knock knock joke?
Oh, yeah. You guys ready? You ready? You ready? Wait, I need a build up. Hold on. Have you ever gone to Barnes & Noble?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there once. I got a book about glue. Guess what? I couldn't put it down.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Just
Mm-hmm.
laugh.
That's amazing.
Please laugh.
I'm sorry. Let me out of the basement. Put the gun down.
No. Okay, let's continue.
Just when you thought reality TV couldn't push the envelope any further, get a load of this new show called Kid Nation.
Just 40 kids with a chance to build their own society.
Our work is cut out for us.
This is the first time that he's ever been away from home his entire life.
They're not willing to intervene because money trumps responsibility when it comes to television.
Kid Nation, Kid Nation.
How did the parents allow that?
Kid Nation.
Because, I don't know.
So what happens
Maybe
when
they
you
wanted
send
the kids
40
out of the
kids
house.
into the desert by themselves with no adults and leave them on their own? In 2007,
It's the
someone
desert?
turned that into a reality
It's the desert.
show. This is the insane story of Kid Nation,
Survival
the
of
most
the fittest.
controversial TV show ever. So my goal this year is to give you guys double the amount of videos without sacrificing quality. And to do that, we got to keep growing. So 68% of you guys aren't subscribed, and it would mean the world to me.
I'm subscribed to him. Haha. Haha. Look at that.
I'm doing it right now.
Wow.
See?
Fake. You're part of the
You
people
did,
that
and I
won't
promise
subscribe.
to give
That's
you
rude.
more fire
I did it.
content on Visual Venture, and you
Huh.
are awesome. An
That's the
extreme
intro.
idea. Kid Nation started because one man saw a problem. A TV producer was worried that the reality genre was growing stale. To him, reality shows were supposed to be messy and unpredictable. But around 2007, most
I like
shows
reality
were safe
shows.
and boring. So he asked his team, what's the craziest show we could possibly
I don't like
make?
when
Something
they're
that would shock and entertain at the same
exploiting
time.
their
Their first big
people.
idea was to make it about
Yeah,
kids,
I don't think anyone
not
likes
just
that.
teenagers, actual kids ages 8 to 15. But what would those kids do? They found their answer in a disturbing book from the 1950s. In 1954, someone wrote a book about kids trying to survive without adults.
Lord
it was
of the
called Lord of the
Flies.
Flies. In the story, a
I
group
haven't
of
read
boys
that.
got
I haven't
stranded
either.
on an
I've only
island,
heard
so
of
they
it.
decided to create their own society, and
I
it
heard
did
one of-
not end well. They turned on each other, they fought, and their new society descended into chaos. The story was unsettling. One review even said Lord of the Flies is one of the most disturbing books I've ever read. But when TV
Oh, well, now I gotta
producers
read
read
it.
the book, they had a different reaction. They thought the
I thought that
chaos
it was,
would make great entertainment. The
more
producers
like-
finally had their big idea. Take 40 kids,
I thought it was kind of like
drop
Percy
them in an
Jackson.
empty
Not
town,
disturbing,
and let them
but
run
like a
it
lot of
by
action.
themselves. For 40 days, the kids would live by
yeah.
their own
That's
rules.
what I thought
no
it was.
adults would interfere, just cameras
I barely
and
started
chaos.
reading Percy
However,
Jackson.
the producers would add competitions and prizes just to create rivalry. Looking back, it's obvious how extreme this idea was.
How do you bitch that? I know you've got safety at the forefront of your mind. Inevitably, though, the kids will begin to one another to form a dominance hierarchy.
Nothing like this had ever been done before, but somehow CBS approved the show. They picked the kids, found the town, got the cameras, everything was
I wonder
ready.
where
But
these
there was
kids
one
are
last
now.
step. The kids' parents had to sign a 22-page contract. It basically
Probably
said that no matter what happened on the
basement
show,
of some
parents couldn't
parents'
sue. Not even
house?
if the contestants were exposed to uncontrollable hazards or worse. Each child would be paid $5,000 for their involvement.
go.
The contract was unsettling,
get
but they
paid.
signed anyway. After all, it was just a TV
I don't
show.
understand
What's the
how
worst
kids, like,
that
they're
could
not
happen? But
kids,
the
the
public
parents
didn't
allow that.
love the concept. One reporter wrote, the show attempts to turn
maybe
kids'
'cause
unsupervised
some people just
escapades
need
and
money
misadventures
because
into
they have like
entertainment. Even
financial
now,
issues.
people on YouTube call
you
Kid
know?
Nation the worst TV show idea and
I get
the
that, but
nearly
I feel like
fatal reality show for children.
there's
But let's
other
get back
ways.
to the story. The
You
kids
know what I
were
mean? I
loaded
feel like
onto
if
a
you're a
bus
parent,
and
you'd
driven
move
deep
heaven and
into the
earth
New
for your
Mexico
kid, and you would
desert.
like
City kids,
many
country
parents
kids,
like have multiple
rich,
jobs
poor, and everything
instead of like
in between.
exploiting their
Felt
own
like an
kid.
adventure, but things
It
were about
depends
to
on the
go
parents.
wrong.
I guess
But
so.
yeah, most would
A whole
like
new
kill
world.
them. Well, not whoa. Most will sacrifice
Viewers
a lot
weren't
for
so
their kids.
sure
That's a-
it was a good
that's a big
idea, but
jump.
they couldn't look away.
I cannot believe we're watching this show. It's just Survivor, but with children.
The kids stepped off the bus
It's like
into
Hunger
the
Games.
desert. They were met by one
I don't know,
adult,
'cause if the
Jonathan,
parent-
the host.
wouldn't
but he
the
wasn't
parent get,
there
like,
to take care of
alarm
them. He
bells
was there
ringing
to
once they
explain
hear
the
that they
rules,
can't sue
then
them
leave.
for anything?
Jonathan made two big announcements. First, he
what I
picked
thought.
4
Maybe
kids to be in charge.
I
They
would
were
like to
now
think
the
that some
town
parents read that and then
council.
backed
Members
out.
of the town
but
council
I think-
were the leaders of the society.
Some
They
of them would
determined
like get the
rules
alarm
and
bells,
made
but just like
decisions based
not
on what the
actually pay
children
any
did
attention to
and
them
did not
because it's like a
want.
chance for
And he
your
gave
kid
them basic supplies
to
to last
earn money
40 days. But there
for
was
one,
a catch. They
get
had to
experience
haul
for
everything
something.
to the town where they would be living.
second point, and the third point would be I don't know, like fame.
Hmm. And then they pick 3 leaders. How do they pick the 3 leaders?
Guess whoever doesn't get beat up.
Whoever doesn't get beat up?
Yeah.
What?
Like you know how like dogs they like bite or attack each other. I think I don't know anything about animals, but like I think they attack
You mean
each
like
other to
have
see who, like-
dominance or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they've only just met each other.
Well, there's always a natural leader in there somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where, but there's gonna be one.
I don't
I call
understand.
dibs on the pink one being a leader.
I think they already showed the leaders. Did you not see?
Oh no, I did not see him.
You want me to rewind?
Nah, it's all good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Okay. But look where they're gonna be living.
The western town. Do they get water?
I don't know. Do they get
Maybe
food?
that's why. That's what I'm wondering now. Is like everything like is everything deserted? Do they have to make their own water?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like they have to get their own water and like get their own food.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it's provided because they
I
are
hope so.
kids. They are kids.
The children, they're babies.
I wonder if this was like before or after that law, like that said that kids can't be like on set of like a film
like-
or recording for like more than like 8 or 4 hours or something like that.
I think this was before. It was in 20 something. No, 2012,
I don't
2010.
know.
When did the law come into effect?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
great.
know. I don't even know if it's a law, but I remember like people talking about it before. Because you know when they do like interviews with like high class like celebrities that are actors or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then the actors talk about what it's like working with a person that is like a kid,
child?
a child, and they say
Mhm.
the like hardest thing is like doing a schedule because they're not allowed to be on set for like a certain amount
Hours
of
on
hours.
that,
Yeah.
I'd never seen those interviews, but
They show up on my feed for like YouTube shorts.
oh wow.
Mhm.
I only get dinosaur shorts on mine.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, let's continue on with the video. Woo.
Okay.
Was barely 30 minutes into the show and they were already doing heavy labor.
On the one hand, it's pretty discouraging, and we were having trouble with the wagon.
What is that?
Heavy.
A wagon.
But on the other hand, it's almost encouraging because, you
Oh,
know,
that's pretty
it can't
hair.
get any worse.
Yeah.
The trek was long, the supplies were heavy, but they made it. Their new home was called Bonanza City, an empty, dusty town in the middle of nowhere.
Back in the 1880s,
Did they build this?
was a thriving mining
No.
town.
It was a
Then
mining
lack
town.
of leadership,
Ew!
lack of resources,
Ew!
and lack
Oh.
of will combined to
That's a
leave
cool
it
looking bug.
completely
No.
and totally
Yeah.
Life
I want it
here
as a
wasn't
pet.
going to be easy. One of the first things viewers noticed was the bathroom situation.
Wow.
Shrek.
They had one toilet for 40 people.
And the funny thing was, there was a line of like 20 kids waiting to use the outhouse.
But that was just the tip of the iceberg. There was no running water. Their homes were old wooden cabins. For food,
So there is no
they got
water.
canned goods and dried
Yeah, so I guess they
beans.
do
That
have to
meant
find it
they had
themselves.
to learn to prepare their own meals.
Here we have corn and tomatoes, good for stews, but not much else. Tomato juice, baked beans. I hate these, they're disgusting. Canned peaches, canned apples.
They also had some farm animals and a town store. At night, they slept on paper-thin, dirty mattress pads. This was only the first episode. As
I
soon as
wonder if
viewers
the
saw
animals are
living
getting
conditions, they
more
started blaming
food
the
and better
parents.
food
I think
than
the parents are liable
the
here.
actors.
Because I
or
don't
the
think like an
people.
pretty
8-year-old
sure they
is
are.
just like, Mommy,
Does
can
it-
you
I
send
feel like
me
the
out
kids would take
into
really
a
good care of those
desert with
animals.
Jonathan Karsh?
The conditions were already tough, but things were about to get tougher.
You know what this feels
The
like?
kids were split
It feels
into
like
4
when, like,
teams
those
or
parents sell
districts.
their, like,
Red, blue,
quote-unquote
green,
problematic,
and yellow.
like,
The main reason for
teenagers
this
off
was
into
so
the
the
forest
producers could
for, like, a
organize
wilderness
competitions. Here's how it
behavioral-
worked.
Yeah, it
like,
kind of
therapy.
reminds me. You know when have you seen those videos where they have like a family swap?
Mm-mm.
Like there was like one episode in particular where these spoiled like teens went to go live on a farm like with this other family and had to stay there for like a month or a week, and they had to do all the chores in the farm, but they didn't want to because they were like really really lazy and they were spoiled. That's what it kind of reminds me of, but way worse. Way worse.
Way, way worse.
Way,
They
way,
don't even
way,
got
way,
running
way
water.
worse.
Is that a giraffe?
Where?
It's like behind the kids. I don't think it's a giraffe. I don't think they
Oh,
spawn.
are you
spawn
talking about
from,
like right here?
Yeah,
I don't think that's a giraffe.
yeah. I just realized.
Did you just say
That's
I
a
don't
bum.
think they spawn
I think they
there?
spawn here. Yeah.
I don't think they spawn there.
I think it's a glitch, you guys. That's not a giraffe. It looked like one. I
Days,
think I'm just
districts
just her
went
arm.
head-to-head
Oh, it was
in
her arm. I feel so
showdowns.
bad
Their
now.
performance decided their social class. The team that came in
Star.
first became the upper class. They didn't do chores. Second place became the merchants. They worked in the town store. Third place became the cooks. They had to cook and wash dishes for everyone. Last place became the laborers. They did the hardest jobs like cleaning, picking up trash, and hauling
why
water.
can't they
The
just
kids
take
didn't
turns?
invent this system.
I
That's
feel
what
like
I'm
Producers
saying.
did, and
I feel like it's very important to learn each and every position so that you
So
can
then, like,
understand.
you understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they should do what the natives used to do. You know, like when they used to farm, and they'd like leave one patch of grass untouched, and then they'll rotate between like 4 patches. I feel like they should do that. Like one day, someone's like, what was the hierarchy? Nobles.
I don't know. All I know is like they had
forgot
4
it.
different ones. The one with like no one did anything.
The one where they worked at the store.
Yeah. The one where they
cooks,
cooked, and then the one where they
and
did
the
all the
slaves.
labor.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
I feel like they should switch. Because then
Yeah.
the laborers are gonna get pissed off.
And then everyone's gonna look down on them.
And I don't want that. They're just phase. They're kids.
They are kids. I feel like at that point you should all be working together.
Yeah,
Like,
you
should all be
probably,
working
like,
together
understand
to
each
make
other.
your food. You should all be like learning to clean your own
Contributing
dishes.
something.
Yeah, you all should be
Mhm.
contributing to something. But it's like they're set up by the production to turn on each other.
Have the most drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
everyone wanted to be in the upper class. No
Purple.
one
I'm
wanted
on
to be a
team purple.
laborer, so they were motivated to win at all costs. But something about this system
Oh.
felt harsh, and viewers
so it's if you
noticed
win?
right away.
The greatest
It's if
thing
you
is that
win,
the
like,
weakest and worst group in these challenges do all the physical labor and the most amount
What do you
of
mean the
tasks.
To
greatest
some,
thing?
it felt like the producers were trying to make things even more difficult. On day 3, the kids had their first showdown. They had to race to
It's
pump
like the game
water.
Survivor.
The faster the finish, the higher the class. The red team won,
Or
becoming
Outlast. What
upper
was that one
class.
game?
The blue team
Outlast
came
Trials?
in second. The yellow team was
I think
third,
so.
and green
Wait, no.
finished
Outlast
last.
Trials is
So they
something
became
else.
laborers. But there was
I think
one
it's
more
Survivors.
twist. If all the
Yeah, it's
teams
Survivor.
completed the showdown within an
Outlast
hour,
Trials
the
is a
entire
game.
town
I really
would
wanna
win
play
a
Outlast
reward.
Trials.
The reward came with a tough choice.
Aw,
The kids had
what
to
is it
choose
about?
between something they needed
So-
or something.
So I don't know how to explain it. But you have like a task that you have to do, and there's like people there that are trying to kill you or unalive you, better yet. And
Yeah, you have to be careful.
and it's like I don't know the way to explain it, but it's pretty scary because you get chased a lot, but then you also have to do certain tasks and you have to get that done. And then you have like some stuff that's like kind of like attached to you to like I'll send you a clip.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
After the first
But it sounds
challenge,
fun.
the choice
Yeah.
was between extra outhouses or a TV. They picked the outhouses.
Extra houses.
Why?
Good,
Because
smart.
the television would be a distraction for all the work that needs to be done to build Bonanza City. There was one last thing the kids needed to do, and it was the most important step in building a new society.
Every 3
Cowboys.
days, the pioneers come together for an old-fashioned town hall meeting.
Who is unhappy with the job that the council is doing?
The town hall meeting was where kids could
dang, it's
discuss
like
issues
Hogwarts.
facing the town. They could complain, argue, or even
have the
stand up
colors.
and give a speech. It was part debate, part group therapy. The meeting was always run by the town council, the 4 leaders of each district.
Oh, you're right. They did.
Hey, listen up! Be quiet! All the council leaders have a really important announcement to make.
The town hall wasn't just about talking. It was a place where a kid could quit the show.
Nobody is voted off, Kid Nation. You only leave if you want to.
At the very first meeting, that's exactly what happened. 8-year-old Jimmy, the youngest kid on the show, stood up and left. Jimmy didn't quit
Good job,
because
Jimmy.
of the chores or the food. He left because
I
he
hope
missed
he's
his
doing okay
family.
now.
But for those who stayed, there was a reward waiting, a big one. Each week, the town council gave out a gold star. It was supposed to
I
go to
want a
someone
gold
who
star.
really helped the town. Someone
will
who worked hard, fixed problems,
sacrifice
and gave moral support. And the
You don't
gold
want-
star
you don't want a
came
gold
with a
star?
cash prize.
I will sacrifice you for the gold star.
Literally worth its weight in gold. $20,000.
The winner got $20,000,
That's a lot for a
and
child.
even more important,
Yeah.
they got to call home.
Yes, this is Alex.
Aw.
You will not believe what I have to tell you.
After days in the desert, that
adorable,
phone
but
call
also
meant
really sad.
everything.
Yeah.
I just won a gold star and it's worth $20,000.
Everyone wanted
he's
to
so
win a gold star,
adorable.
so they worked harder. They were more helpful.
My
They
little
stayed
heart.
strong. But not everyone
It
cared
grew
about
2
the money.
sizes
Some
more.
just wanted to make it to the
Oh.
end, to make their parents proud. But the real problems were just starting. The chicken episode.
Huh?
With each
Chicken
passing
pox.
day, life in Bonanza City got harder.
Are
Their
they
biggest
even
problem
getting,
wasn't
like,
chores
the
or
medicine
sleep.
that
It
they
was
need
food.
if they
Most
get
of the
sick?
time,
That's what
the
I'm
kids
saying.
ate beans and rice because
don't
that's all
think
they
they-
had, and they had to
Because
cook
they're the
every
ones that are
meal
making the
themselves.
food.
Well, when we first started planning for dinner, I realized that
Do they have to also, like,
done anything
make the
like
medicine?
this before.
Because what it... Okay, you know how when... Okay. Okay. Have you,
Okay, yeah.
You've worked in a... Like, with food, right? You know how you have to, like, get your food handler's certification?
Yeah.
So, they know nothing about, like,
About
cross-contamination.
contamination, yeah.
They know nothing about how to properly set food. What if they're
How to
making
ruin
food?
things.
Because they're the
Uh-huh.
ones that are making it, and they're the only ones that can make it, and they're getting them sick.
Well, at that point, you just
And
suck
then
it up.
how would they know? Because I don't even know if they get medicine or shots.
I feel like they're gonna get sick from the food.
I feel like, yeah,
For
they're gonna
sure.
get sick.
But then again, they didn't give
kids
them
were
like
struggling.
anything
And
that
one
I
day-
think could go bad if you cook it. Like they
But
got
it's all
what,
canned.
beans, tomato soup.
I don't think
That's
they have
true.
like refrigerators to put the canned goods.
Do they have the nutrition they need? Someone get a pediatrician.
Oh god, I don't know. It really does worry me. It really does.
I really hope that none of them get like severely sick.
Yeah.
Because you can't sue the TV show.
No, nope.
You literally can't. You signed the fucking contract.
But it's worrisome. It really is, because when you start to like nitpick at little details, it makes you wonder. Because it's not like, yeah, this is a big focus. Like this show is a big focus, but there's a whole bunch of other shows where
Like,
stuff like
little
this
things.
happens and worse, and it's not known. Because people sign contracts where they can't talk about it. And
It was
people that
like
are
a
watching
NDA.
don't notice it.
Nope.
It's sad. It breaks my heart.
Especially because of little babies. They didn't even sign the contracts. Their parents did.
That's a good point, though. Like, I know there's people that argue whether, like, the kids can truly consent to being inside the show because they're not fully able to consent. It's their parents that are doing all the decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But it is, like, really sad. And I remember, like, watching, like, the documentary for, like, the Nickelodeon one, like, the Nickelodeon TV shows with Dan Schneider.
Oh, the creep.
Yeah, the creep. That guy. I hate that guy, dude.
That guy sucks.
I honestly don't think there's anything good about him.
No, not at all.
Town leaders called a meeting. They had a big announcement. Everyone was sick of eating the same thing every day, but there was a way to get something better. Chicken. The kids were excited. They couldn't wait to bite into some chicken. Then they saw the problem. The chickens were still alive. If they wanted to eat the chicken, they had to do what needed to be done. Viewers knew the show was pushing the limits, but this was insane.
A group of 8-year-olds have to crowd around a chicken and somehow clean it and then cook it and not along the process.
It turned into a huge debate. Some kids treated the chickens like pets, so they didn't want to hurt them. Others didn't care. They wanted to eat. A few kids even locked themselves in the chicken coop to protect the chickens. And one girl threatened to quit the show if they ate the chickens. But in the end, the majority voted to go through with it. They were going to eat the chickens. Then came the next problem. Who was actually going to do it? That's when Greg stepped forward. Greg was 14, and he had worked as a butcher's assistant before. Greg grabbed a hatchet and did what needed to be done. It was unsettling if anyone still thought this was a
because it's a different thing eating food that's like you could buy from a grocery store, like you can buy chicken breast or whatever, but it's a different thing actually doing it, like actually killing the chicken.
Yeah, because in the grocery store, that shit's sort of like, it's been cleaned, it's been through all the goddamn process it needs to be, but doing it yourself, these kids are gonna get themselves sick. I feel so bad for the kids that don't want the chickens to be killed.
I know, they're like sitting in the coop.
Yeah, they're sitting there. The one of them was like gonna like leave if they kill a chicken. I hope she does leave. I feel like that'd be better for her.
I feel like they probably named the chickens because after a while, you definitely build like a connection with the animals. Yeah. Because it's like the only things that you have, the people that are around you, but then again, everyone is turning on each other, and you have chickens that like
they can't do anything. They love you because you bring food.
Yeah. All they know is
I can't
food.
even kill chickens in Minecraft.
What?
I can't kill chickens in Minecraft. I start feeling really bad.
You can't.
Like, I'll kill them if they're in the wild, but that's it.
What?
I kill the chickens if, because I'll get, 2 chickens, and I'll bring them into a coop, and those are my pet chickens. And I'll breed them, and then I'll get a lot of chickens, but I can't kill them.
Okay, yeah, I get that. I get that. They're your chickens.
I know, I raised them. I saw them when they were a little baby pixel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So this moment proved it was real, at least to the kids. The chicken debate was a major argument, but it wasn't the last, because the kids started turning on each other. Heroes and villains. The kids in Bonanza City didn't really get along. For one thing, they came from different places. Each kid was different. Plus, they were tired and cranky. So it was no surprise when they started fighting.
I wonder what their sleep schedules like.
Why don't they make beds?
I find that really funny.
Do they even have beds?
You say you were nice to everybody.
No, they just sleep on really thin blankets or mattresses.
But the adults didn't try to calm things down. The cameras just recorded everything. They thought the drama and struggle made great TV. This became the most controversial part of the show. Some viewers thought it was cruel to record young people in these difficult situations.
Was this not awkward to film? And you're just silently filming him cry? What are you monsters?
The class system made everything worse. The laborers had to do the hardest work. They felt like they were just servants.
I'm a laborer now. This morning I got up at 6. I scrubbed toilets, I did laundry, and I hauled a big barrel of water.
Meanwhile, the upper class didn't have to do any chores. They just sat around while others worked. The arguments kept getting worse and worse.
Right now, the only people I respect are you on the Green District. If you all have my back, then I have your back. That's all that matters in this entire town.
I'm going to be an individual thinker, thinking individually, thinking my own thoughts. I'll work with you guys, but I'm not going against what my own principles and values are.
Soon, one kid became the center of the drama. Her name was Taylor. Taylor was only 10, but she was one of the most disliked people in Bonanza City. She was loud, she refused to do her chores, and she didn't care if others were mad about it. When people complained, she always gave the same answer: deal with it.
If anybody has a problem with it, you're sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it.
Taylor quickly became the villain of the show. At least that's how it looked. But she wasn't the only one causing trouble. Even the town council created problems. The town council was supposed to lead the town, but some of their decisions only caused more fighting, like when they tried to combine everyone's beliefs into one religious service.
What?
And what we were thinking was to have just one religious service for everyone, and we would like choose a couple people from the different religions to come and speak.
Not everyone liked that idea. Some kids didn't want to share their religion. Others didn't want a service at all. The argument split the town even more, and some viewers thought this showed how messed up the show really was.
But this could be a great learning experience if there was a mature person to actually teach them about these types of situations.
Even after the debate, the chaos continued.
What? I don't see anything.
I'm just sorry. I just can't get my goddamn head around the.
It looks like our wandering
like trying to push all the religions together, because some things are going to be clashing.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. How are you gonna? You're gonna push all religions together, or you're gonna choose one big religion.
And that's still messed up.
Especially if you have one big religion, right? And you have one smaller one that isn't very well known, but it's very important to like you and your culture and your whatever. And if it's
cast out,
if you're going against one bigger religion that has a whole bunch of people that believe in it, and you're the only one that believes in this other religion,
you don't stand a chance.
That's
messed up. You know what? Screw these kids.
I don't know who to blame. I really don't.
I think I just blame the producers, but also some of the kids also need to clean up their act.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it doesn't really help that maybe like some kids get spoiled, and then when they come in here, they're like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? They don't want to do anything. They don't want to. But that's part of being a kid. Like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
When things got too hard, kids started quitting. Jimmy, the youngest kid, already left during the first town hall. Later, 2 more kids followed him, so 3 kids left Bonanza City before the show ended. Each time someone quit, the town grew smaller but stronger. The ones who stayed felt like survivors. Then, someone raised a red flag. A few weeks into filming, New Mexico officials got an anonymous complaint about the conditions at Kid Nation. Inspectors tried to visit the set, but they were turned away several times. Eventually, the producers convinced the authorities to back off, so the show continued. The kids stayed in Bonanza City trying to build a town, but even as things fell apart, one thing never stopped: the showdowns. Every week, there was a new showdown, but some viewers didn't like these challenges at all.
In episode 8, the showdown that they do is just an immature and idiotic idea from the...
One of the worst challenges involved gum. The kids had to chew as much as they could in 1 hour. Then they used the chewed gum to color in a giant picture.
Not only is it extremely unsanitary and unhealthy for everyone involved, but there are multiple kids here with braces.
But not all challenges were this gross. One showdown was all about history. Teams were given pictures of US presidents. Then they had to line them up in the correct order. Other showdowns tested their strength. Kids had to crawl, climb, or carry something. And everyone wanted to win, because winning meant you were in the upper class, and losing meant you had to pick up trash and do the worst jobs. However, a new type of contest also happened on the show,
like, you
and
have
it
to do the labor, right? But if you lost, does that mean you would have to clean the bathroom? Because their bathroom is like a...
Yeah, you have to clean basically what every laborer does. You have to clean the bathroom, I think the dishes, the trash. Like, imagine like you went from like being a higher upper class who didn't have to do anything, like much of anything at all, to then suddenly becoming a laborer, and you suddenly have to clean up shit from other kids because they, I don't know, crap their pants.
That's crazy.
Upside down. Democracy or disaster. Remember, Bonanza City was run by the town council. There were 4 kids, one from each district. But there was a problem. The council was getting power hungry.
Technically, we make the decisions whether they like it or not. They're just gonna have to deal with it.
These council members weren't chosen by the kids. The producers picked them, but that was about to change. Most kids were sick of their leaders, so the host stepped in with a huge announcement. There would be real elections.
If anyone wants to run against them,
shit.
raise your hand.
This was the kids' first taste of democracy. They had to campaign, they had to compete. They
And
had to
they're like,
convince
"Oh
their
my
friends
God.
to vote for them. The toughest
What is
battle took
this?
place in the
Choices.
Yellow District because they didn't really like their leader, Taylor. Taylor was the same girl who told people to deal with it when they complained. Running against her was Zach. Zach was likable and hardworking. He was everything the kids
Zach.
wanted.
Go, Zach.
The election
Go, Zach.
got
Go.
messy fast.
Yellow District, will it be Zach or Taylor? Here we go.
Kids took sides. Campaigns were loud. There were screaming matches. And finally, it was election day. The kids lined up. One by one, they cast their votes. The leader of the blue and green districts kept their seats. The red district voted for a new leader. But all eyes were on the yellow district. Taylor versus
I feel like they're gonna
Zach,
rig
the one
it.
everyone was waiting
Taylor
for. The
stays.
votes were counted. Zach won and Taylor was out.
thank God.
Zach jumped up and yelled.
I wonder how Taylor's gonna act.
Oh, I feel like Taylor's
Taylor
gonna
tried
get
to
real
stay
mad.
calm, but she wasn't happy.
It's gonna be real hard for me tonight to get used to sitting on the low benches compared to the council set up on the high podium.
The kids were learning how to vote, how to lead, and how to build something. But the show was coming to an end. The show lasted 6 weeks. On the final day, the parents arrived in Bonanza City. The kids ran to meet them. It was emotional. Some kids gave their parents tours of the town. They showed off their cabins and even the chickens they prepared.
I feel like if I was a parent and my kids showed off this town,
I would be
feel like such an
concerned.
asshole.
Then it was time for the final town meeting. Jonathan, the host, gave the last announcement.
Head outside, grab your bags, and say goodbye to each other for the last time ever. We will miss you and keep building a better world.
The experiment was over. And that's when the backlash began. Millions of angry viewers. Kid Nation aired in September 2007. CBS thought they had a hit. The ads made it look really exciting. But once they hit TV screens, everything fell apart. Viewers weren't impressed. They were horrified. For starters, many parents hated the concept of the show.
Being a young single mother like myself, I wouldn't feel safe sending my 8-year-old child away alone by themselves.
One review said, this has to be
I
the
feel like
work
that's what
of
any sane person would think.
mental asylum patient, right? Who funded this? Child psychologists also slammed the show.
Is this exploiting minors for the sake of entertaining the American public? My guest, child psychologist Dr. Susan Bartell.
Then major news outlets ripped the show apart. One reporter said Kid Nation used contestants as fodder for fun and profit. One headline read, Kid Nation, reality TV
fodder.
gone
What
too
does
far,
fodder mean?
but people weren't
Hold on,
just
I'm gonna
shocked.
Google
They
it
were
real quick.
asking if the show was
Wait.
legal.
I paused it.
Thanks. I'm gonna hold on. Fodder. What does fodder mean? What? How is it spelled? F-O-D-D-E-R?
Yeah. Wait.
Uh-huh.
F-O-D-D-E-R.
E-R. Well, it says the noun for fodder is food, especially dried hay or fed for cattle and other livestock. Give fodder to cattle.
Well, it says use kids as fodder for fun and
Oh, then
profit.
yeah. So they use them as like food. Like they use them as just like objects to use for entertainment. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
As fodder for fun and profit. One headline read, Kid Nation, reality TV gone too far? But people weren't just shocked. They were asking if the show was legal.
They're not willing to intervene because money trumps responsibility when it comes to television.
Child safety advocates accused the show of violating child labor laws. Their biggest
Oh, you
concern
were
was
right.
how much work the contestants did. The network scrambled to defend Kid Nation. They claimed the set was more like a summer camp rather than a place of employment. They also said medics and
Okay.
psychologists were nearby the whole time. So according to them,
I mean,
the
they're still
kids
getting
were always
paid
safe.
for it.
But critics weren't convinced. Another issue was the emails. After the show aired, families of the kids received emails from viewers. Some of these messages were quite harsh. Then the kids themselves started speaking up. Some said the producers fed them lines to create more drama. Kid Nation became a full-blown scandal. Of course, not everyone hated it.
Ship my kid off for $5,000. Why not?
But that support wasn't enough to save the show. At first, Kid Nation got strong ratings. 9 million people tuned in for the first episode. Then it dropped to 7 million in episode 2. By the final episode, fewer than 7 million people were still watching. The backlash was so intense that CBS never made a second season. The network hoped people would forget the show and move on, but they didn't. Years later, former contestants started speaking out. They shared their stories on podcasts and interviews. Some said the show helped them grow. Others said it wasn't a positive memory. Today, Kid Nation is considered one of the most controversial reality shows ever made. It's used as an example of how far producers will go for ratings. And if this is what we call reality TV, maybe we need a reality check.
The kids that had like the not breakdowns, but had the very
Wait, before you go, make sure you guys click here to watch.
For the, you know, like how they videotaped some kids crying.
Oh yeah,
I hope those kids are okay. Because imagine like you're crying your eyes out over something, and you don't get any form of comfort. You just get a big old camera shoved up your fucking face and be like, "Cry more. We need more views."
I know. I feel like if that was the case, I'd be like trying to cover my face as much as possible, or like try to run away. But I don't even think you can do any of that.
Run. I feel like we have to sit there. I feel like if they were to run, the producers would get like mad or something.
Yeah.
What is pranknet.org?
I don't know. Darkest internet documentaries.
But I like this video. I like what's his name? I forgot it.
Visual Venture.
Yeah.
His videos are cool.
I put it on in the background when I'm cleaning.
I've been watching them a lot more often, like lately. I don't know.
What a fun video. Not really. It was really sad.
It pisses me off, man. It really
so
does.
bad
I wonder how the parents felt when they saw all of that backlash. Because sometimes I feel like sometimes it won't kick in for a person to understand how bad the situation is until other people start saying it.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they regretted sending their children, or if they saw their children being different when they came back and then regretted it. I don't know. I just hope the kids are doing okay now, because now they're all grown up. I hope they're doing okay.
I hope they're not too fucked up.
Yeah.
I feel like such a shitty parent if I sent my kids. First of all, if I even sent my kids there, and then they come out different, or I see them having a full a meltdown on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I'd feel so bad. I'd want to take them out, but you can't. I don't think the parents can make them leave. The kid themselves has to leave. No.
Yeah.
Which is also dumb because
I don't think it gets aired when they're recording and when they're there. I think it's a few months after they leave that it gets aired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bye bye.